Have you ever been so broken that even your own shadow looks at you and says, "Bro, get help"? Kim Ji-hoon was that broken. The man sat in his wheelchair like a king who'd lost his kingdom, his queen, and his ability to use stairs. Neck tattoo visible, face emotionless, vibes absolutely funeral. His wife died 2 years ago, same accident that put him in this chair. Now he ran his empire from a mansion so quiet that even the clocks were afraid to tick too loud. He needed a nanny. 23 candidates had already failed. One cried during the interview, one bowed so hard she hit the table. One saw his tattoo and simply left, didn't even say goodbye, just moonwalked out the door like she remembered she left her oven on. His assistant, Mr. Park, was losing his mind. "Sir, candidate 24 is here." Ji-hoon didn't respond. Responding required energy. Energy required hope. Hope had left the building 2 years ago and never sent a forwarding address. Then Destiny Brooks walked in. No, walked in is too elegant. This woman entered like she already paid rent. 20 minutes late, braids swinging, earrings catching light like weapons. She scanned the room, spotted Ji-hoon, and smiled like she wasn't standing in front of a man who made grown men nervous. "Okay, wow, you're very handsome for someone who looks like he hasn't laughed since the Obama administration." Ji-hoon blinked. That's it, just blinked. Destiny sat down without invitation. Strong, silent type. Got it. I'll carry this conversation. I'm used to doing group projects alone anyway. Mr. Park cleared his throat. "Experience with children. 17 cousins under 10. I am trained. I have survived birthday parties with no backup. I have negotiated bedtimes with tiny dictators. I am built for war." Ji-hoon finally spoke, voice low, cold. "You talk a lot." Destiny grinned. "And you don't talk enough. See, we balance each other already. This is fate." "It's annoying. Annoying people live longer. Google it." Then, tiny footsteps. Kim Soo appeared in the doorway, 5 years old, pajamas, messy hair. She stared at Destiny like she was calculating something. Destiny gasped dramatically. "Oh my God, you're adorable. Excuse me, sir, why didn't you lead with her? Forget your scary face. This baby is the real interview." Sue tilted her head. "Your earrings are big." "Thank you, Queen. Yours would be too if you had income." Sue laughed. Y'all, she laughed. The bodyguards exchanged looks. Mr. Park dropped his pen. Ji-hoon's chest did something it hadn't in 2 years. It ached. "Hire her." Mr. Park spun around. "Sir, she hasn't even finished the—" "Did I stutter, Mr. Park?" Destiny's eyes went wide. "Wait, I got the job? I said the scent menu thing out loud." Ji-hoon didn't answer, but her daughter was still smiling, and that was worth everything. Destiny's suitcase was embarrassing. Not regular embarrassing. We're talking held together by prayer embarrassing. Zipper broken, handle missing, one wheel spinning like it gave up on life. She set it on the king-sized bed, and it looked like a roach at a royal wedding. The room was massive. Chandelier, walk-in closet, a bathroom bigger than her entire apartment back home. Destiny looked around and whispered to herself, "Girl, what did you finesse your way into?" She started unpacking, and y'all, the contrast was painful. 3 shirts, 2 jeans, 1 dress she called her funeral or interview dress because it worked for both, a bonnet, edge control, and exactly 1 pair of heels with the sole hanging on by faith. She held up the heels and sighed. "You've been through war. Rest now." Then she heard it. "Why is your suitcase so small?" Destiny screamed. Standing in the doorway like a tiny ghost in pajamas was Sue, arms crossed, face unimpressed. This child had appeared without making a single sound. "Girl, you can't just appear like that. I almost ascended. My ancestors almost caught me." Sue didn't blink. "You walk like a demon. We both have issues." Sue ignored her and walked straight to the bed. She started inspecting Destiny's belongings like a customs officer at the airport. "Is this all your stuff?" "Yes, ma'am. Some of us are struggling." Sue picked up the bonnet, examined it. "What's this?" "That's for my hair at night. Very important, non-negotiable. Don't touch it with your juice-stained fingers." Sue put it down, picked up the edge control. "And this?" "That's for baby hairs. You wouldn't understand. You're not in the struggle yet." Sue opened it, sniffed it, made a face. "Smells weird." "Okay, you know what?" Destiny gently snatched it back. "This is not a museum exhibit. These are my belongings."
Sue looked at her with those big, serious eyes. The last nanny had 6 suitcases. The last nanny had more money than me. We are not the same. She also cried a lot. I'm too broke to cry. Tears cost hydration. Sue tilted her head, processing. Then she asked the question that hit different. Are you going to leave too? Destiny paused. The joke energy left the room. This little girl, this tiny CEO with all her rules and attitude, was really asking, are you going to abandon me like everyone else? Destiny sat down on the bed, eye level now. Sue, I have $11. No backup plan, nowhere else to go. You're stuck with me. Sue stared at her for a long moment. Good. Then she turned and walked toward the door, stopped, looked back. Breakfast is at 7. Don't be late. I don't like waiting. She disappeared. Destiny exhaled. This child is going to run me like a full-time job. From down the hallway, Ji-hoon had heard everything. His chest tightened again. She didn't lie to his daughter, didn't perform, just told the truth like it was easy. He wheeled away before anyone could see him, but something inside him cracked open a little wider.
The mansion didn't operate like a home. It operated like a government facility. Everything was scheduled. Everything was silent. The curtains stayed closed like the son had personally offended someone. The bodyguards didn't speak. The maids whispered. Even the air felt like it was tiptoeing. Destiny lasted approximately 6 hours before she lost her mind. It started with the curtains. She walked into the living room, if you could call a space the size of a football field a living room, and just opened them. Light flooded in. A maid gasped, actually gasped, like Destiny had committed a crime. Ma'am, we don't open the curtains. Why? Mr. Kim prefers it dark. Mr. Kim needs vitamin D. We're opening them. The maid looked like she wanted to cry and call the police at the same time. Next was the music. Destiny was in the kitchen making Sue a snack. The silence was so loud it was giving her anxiety. So she did what any normal person would do. She played Beyoncé. Y'all, the way the staff froze, you would think she had summoned a demon. A bodyguard walked in, stopped, stared at her phone like it was a bomb. What is that? That's Beyoncé, sir. She's an icon, a legend. You should know her. Mr. Kim doesn't allow music in the common areas. Mr. Kim needs to heal. This is therapy. Let the woman sing. She turned it up. The bodyguard didn't know what to do. This was not in his training. By hour 6, Mr. Park had received 14 complaints. 14! He found Destiny in the hallway, teaching Sue a handshake routine. There was clapping involved and laughing. Laughing in this house. Miss Brooks, a word. Destiny looked up. Mr. Park, you look stressed. Have you considered yoga? I've received reports. You opened curtains. You played music. You referred to the chef as my guy and asked him to make something called struggle meals. Correct, and he made excellent rice. Shout out to Chef Kim. He understood the assignment. Mr. Park pinched the bridge of his nose. This household has rules. This household has depression. I'm trying to help. Sue tugged Destiny's hand. I like the music. Mr. Park opened his mouth, then closed it. Because what was he supposed to say? The child who hadn't smiled in months was standing there looking happier than she had in years. He sighed. I'll speak to Mr. Kim. Thank you, Mr. Park. You're doing amazing, sweetie. He walked away, questioning every life choice that led him here. Destiny looked down at Sue. I think I'm getting fired. Sue shrugged. Probably. Cool. Let's learn another handshake before I go. Destiny thought she was alone. She thought. Keyword thought. It was late. Sue was asleep. The mansion was quiet. Destiny was in the hallway near the big window, the one spot where a phone actually got good signal because rich people Wi-Fi was apparently too fancy to work properly. She called her best friend, Keisha. Girl, let me tell you about this house. Keisha was ready. Spill immediately. Destiny took a breath and let it all out. First of all, this house is giving haunted. Every hallway looks the same. I got lost going to the bathroom. Ended up in a room with just one chair. One chair, Keisha? What kind of supervillain nonsense? Stop. Wait. What about the people? Oh, the people. Let me start with Mr. Park, the assistant. This man walks like he has a board strapped to his back. I said good morning to him, and he looked at me like I had committed a felony. He blinks like once an hour.
I think he's a robot." Keisha hollered. Destiny kept going. Then the bodyguards. They don't speak, Keisha. They just stand there, looking. One of them watched me eat a sandwich for 6 minutes straight. Didn't blink. I almost choked, and I know he would have just watched me die and then filed a report about it. What about the kid? Oh, Sue's my baby. She's dramatic. She's bossy. She told me my edges were acceptable. I respect her. We're bonding through mutual chaos. Keisha paused. And the dad, the wheelchair mafia man? Destiny went quiet for a second. Then she lowered her voice, like she was about to share government secrets. Girl. What? Girl. What? He's fine. Wait, what? I said what I said. Kim Ji-hoon is fine. Frustratingly fine. Annoyingly fine. I know you're dangerous, but let me fix you fine. The man has a neck tattoo, Keisha. A neck tattoo. Do you understand what that does to me? Keisha was screaming. Destiny kept digging her own grave. But emotionally, constipated, completely backed up. This man hasn't smiled since dial-up internet. He looks at me like I'm an experiment he's confused by. I want to shake him and say, sir, feel something, emote, give me anything. Destiny. The other day he said 2 words to me, 2, and my stomach flipped. I'm sick. I'm down bad. I need to be studied. Destiny. What? Keisha's voice dropped. Turn around. Destiny's blood went cold. Slowly, very slowly, she turned. Kim Ji-hoon was sitting right there, wheelchair, silent, arms crossed. He had been there the entire time. Destiny's soul left the body, packed a bag, took a flight, left no forwarding address. How much did you hear? He tilted his head slightly. Neck tattoo. She wanted to die. Mr. Kim, I can explain. Frustratingly fine. Okay, but in my defense, emotionally constipated. That was medical observation. His eyes locked on hers, cold, unreadable, but something in the corner of his mouth twitched. Anything else you'd like to add, Miss Brooks? Destiny swallowed. You have nice wheels. Silence. Then his shoulders shook, just barely, just enough. The man was laughing. Destiny didn't know if she was relieved or terrified. Please don't fire me. He turned his wheelchair and started rolling away. Good night, Miss Brooks. She stood there, phone still in hand, Keisha screaming on the other end. Destiny, Destiny, are you alive? She whispered back. Girl, I think I just flirted with a mafia boss at an accident. She was definitely getting fired. But also, he laughed, and that felt like winning something.
Destiny woke up the next morning and chose avoidance. Full avoidance, professional avoidance, Olympic gold medal avoidance. She had called this man fine to her friend out loud while he sat right there in his wheelchair with his ears listening. There was no recovering from this. Her plan was simple. Avoid Kim Ji-hoon for the rest of her natural life. She would care for Sue, collect her paycheck, and never make eye contact with that man again. Simple, easy, foolproof. The plan lasted 11 minutes. She stepped out of her room and immediately saw him at the end of the hallway. Wheelchair, coffee cup, looking right at her. She panicked. Good morning, Mr. Kim. I have to go brush my teeth again. Bye. She ran back into her room, pressed her back against the door, heart racing, palms sweating. Get it together, Destiny. You are a professional. She waited 5 minutes, peeked out again. He was gone. She exhaled, stepped out carefully, made it to the stairs. Then she heard it, the wheelchair, coming from behind her. She sped up, walking fast, not running because running would be crazy. She was not crazy. The wheelchair sound got closer. She walked faster. Miss Brooks. His voice, low, calm, amused. She stopped, closed her eyes, took a breath. Yes, Mr. Kim? You're walking very fast. I have places to be. Where? Places. She could hear the smirk in his voice. Look at me. I'd rather not. Miss Brooks. She turned around slowly. There he was, coffee cup in hand, face unreadable, but his eyes had something in them. Amusement. The man was enjoying this. Sleep well? He asked. Like a baby, very normal. Nothing weird about last night. I remember nothing. Good night. It's 8 a.m. Then good morning, goodbye. She turned to leave.
Frustratingly fine. She froze. We don't have to do this, Mr. Kim. Do what? This, the teasing, the torture. I said things. I was tired. I didn't mean... You didn't mean it? The question hung in the air. She turned around again. He was closer now. Wheelchair rolled forward, eyes locked on hers. That's not... You're doing this on purpose. Doing what? Being you, with your face and your voice and your... She stopped herself. He tilted his head, waiting. My what? I'm not finishing that sentence. Interesting. She wanted to scream. From down the hallway, Sue appeared. Pajamas, messy hair, watching them like a natural documentary. Why is your face red? Sue asked. It's not. It's very red. It's the lighting. Ji-hoon sipped his coffee, said nothing, but his shoulders shook slightly. He was laughing at her, again. Destiny grabbed Sue's hand. Come on, baby, let's go. Far away, from here. She dragged Sue down the hallway. Behind her, she heard his voice. See you at breakfast, Miss Brooks. She didn't respond, but her heart was beating so loud she was sure he could hear it. This man was going to destroy her. And the worst part, she didn't even mind.
Destiny had done a lot of crazy things in her life. She once ate gas station sushi on a dare. She wore heels to a concert and survived. She told a Mafia boss he was frustratingly fine while he sat 3 feet away. But convincing Kim Ji-hoon to attend parent-teacher night? That was her most dangerous mission yet. No. Mr. Kim. I said no. Sue's teacher specifically asked for you. Then specifically tell her I'm unavailable. Destiny crossed her arms. Sir, your daughter made a painting of her family. She wants to show you. It's hanging on the wall. There's glitter involved. Are you really going to break her heart over glitter? Ji-hoon didn't respond. Destiny pulled out the big guns. She drew you with a cape. She thinks you're a superhero. You want me to tell her that her superhero was too scared to come to elementary school? His jaw tightened. I'm not scared. Then come. People stare. Let them stare. You're rich. You're handsome. You have a wheelchair that costs more than my education. Own it. He looked at her for a long moment. You're annoying. And yet you haven't fired me. Interesting. Let's go. 20 minutes later, they arrived at the school. Y'all, the chaos that ensued. Ji-hoon wheeled into that building like a final boss entering the arena. Black suit, neck tattoo visible, 2 bodyguards behind him, face completely emotionless. Parents froze. One mom dropped her coffee. Another grabbed her husband's arm. A dad whispered, "Is that the Yakuza?" way too loud. Destiny walked beside him like a proud PR manager. Smile, Mr. Kim. No. At least blink softer. What does that even mean? You're scaring the PTA. A teacher approached them nervously. You must be Sue's father. Ji-hoon nodded once. The teacher looked like she wanted to run. Destiny jumped in. He's shy. Very sweet, though. Loves crafts. Big fan of glitter. Show us the painting. The teacher led them to the wall. And there it was, Sue's painting. Y'all, let me describe this masterpiece. First, Ji-hoon. Sue had drawn her father as a circle, just a circle, with angry eyebrows, no smile, a black scribble on the neck that was supposed to be his tattoo, but looked like a spider having a seizure. The wheelchair, 4 lines and 2 more circles. The man looked like a haunted potato on wheels. Next, Destiny. Child gave her triangle braids, not box braids, triangular, pointing in different directions like antennas. Her earrings were bigger than her head, bigger. Her smile took up half her face. She looked like a very friendly alien. And Sue drew herself perfect. Detailed dress, pretty hair, little shoes. This child gave herself the Renaissance treatment and gave the adults scribbles. Underneath, in messy handwriting, my family. Destiny bit her lips so hard she almost drew blood. Ji-hoon's eyes were wet, not from emotion, from trying not to laugh. His chest was shaking, his jaw was tight. This man was using every muscle in his body to hold it together. Destiny couldn't look at him. If she looked at him, she would lose it. Daddy, do you like it?
Sue was staring up at him, proud, expecting praise. Ji-hun's voice came out strained. It's perfect. That's you with your cape. I see that. And that's Destiny with her earrings. They're very big. I made them big because she's loud. Destiny choked. She turned away, covered her mouth, shoulders shaking. A teacher looked concerned. Is she okay? Mr. Park appeared from nowhere. She's emotional. Art moves her. Destiny was not emotional. Destiny was dying. When they got back to the car, the doors closed and it was just them. They lost it. Ji-hun laughed first. Real laughter. Loud laughter. The kind that shook his whole body. Destiny followed, crying. Actually crying. A potato! She drew you as a potato. Your braids were triangles. The wheelchair had square wheels. Square. Your smile was terrifying. They laughed until they couldn't breathe. Sue sat between them, confused. Why are you laughing? It's a nice painting. That made it worse. Destiny wheezed. Ji-hun wiped his eyes. And in that moment, laughing like idiots over a chaotic painting, something shifted. This wasn't employer and employee anymore. This was something else. Something neither of them was ready to name.
Sue was 5 years old. 5. But this child woke up the next morning and chose violence. See, Sue had noticed something in that car. Her daddy laughed, not a small laugh, a real laugh, the kind she hadn't heard since Mommy was alive. And who made him laugh? Destiny. Sue wasn't stupid. She watched Disney movies. She knew how this worked. Operation Make Daddy Happy Again was officially in motion. It started at breakfast. Destiny walked into the dining room and found only one chair at the table, her chair, right next to Ji-hun. Where are the other chairs? Sue shrugged. Broken. All of them? Very broken. Sad day. Sit down, please. Destiny looked at Ji-hun. He looked back. Neither of them questioned the 5-year-old because, honestly, they were scared of her. Destiny sat. Their elbows touched. Neither of them breathed for 6 seconds. Sue watched, chewing her toast, smiling. Phase 1 complete. Later that afternoon, Destiny found flowers in her room. Beautiful flowers, expensive flowers, the kind of flowers she'd only seen at celebrity funerals and rich people weddings. There was a card. From Mr. Kim. Destiny's heart did a backflip. She found Ji-hun in his office immediately. You sent me flowers? He looked up, confused. No. You sent me flowers. I didn't send flowers. Then who? They both realized it at the same time. Sue. From down the hallway, tiny footsteps sprinted away. Ji-hun pinched the bridge of his nose. That child. Destiny bit her lip. So you didn't send them? No. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Silence. Did you want me to send flowers? What? No, I didn't say that. I don't need flowers. I'm not a flower person. Flowers die. That's depressing. Why would I want dying plants? She was rambling. He was staring. She wanted to evaporate. I'm gonna go. Somewhere. Anywhere. Goodbye. She left. Ji-hun sat there, then looked at his phone, Googled flower delivery same day, paused, closed the app, opened it again, closed it again. What am I doing? Meanwhile, Sue was in her room, coloring, humming, looking very pleased with herself. Mr. Park appeared at her door. Mr. Sue, did you take the dining room chairs? No. They're in your closet. That's crazy. I can see them right now. Mysterious. Mr. Park sighed. He was too old for this, but even he had to admit, watching his boss malfunction around the nanny, best entertainment he'd had in years. It was 1 a.m. when Destiny heard the crash. She shot up in bed, heart pounding, brain half asleep. First thought, ghost. Second thought, burglar. Third thought, if I die in this mansion, nobody's finding my body for weeks. She grabbed the only weapon she could find, a shoe, and crept down the hallway. The sound came from the therapy room. She'd never been inside before. The door was always locked. Nobody talked about it, like it didn't exist. Tonight, it was open. She peeked in, and her heart broke. Ji-hun was on the floor. Not in his wheelchair, on the floor. He'd been trying to stand using the parallel bars, alone, at 1 a.m., when nobody could see him fail. His arms were shaking, his jaw was tight, and his eyes, those cold, unreadable eyes, were filled with something she'd never seen before.
Frustration, the kind that comes from wanting something your own body won't give you. He saw her. Get out. Mr. Kim, I said get out. His voice echoed off the walls, cold, sharp, dangerous. Most people would have left. Destiny set the shoe down and walked in. What are you doing? He growled. Helping you up. I don't need your help. Sir, you're on the floor. I'm aware. She knelt beside him. He wouldn't look at her. His pride was bleeding out on this therapy room floor, and she was watching. Don't, he said quietly. Don't look at me like that. Like what? Like I'm broken. Destiny paused. I'm not looking at you like you're broken. I'm looking at you like a man who got out of his wheelchair at 1 a.m. to try walking when nobody was watching. That's not broken. That's the stubbornest thing I've ever seen, and I grew up with 17 cousins, so that's saying something. He didn't respond. She held out her hand. Come on, let me help, and before you say no, I will sit on this floor with you all night. I have nowhere to be. I'm unemployable anywhere else. We can camp here. Silence. Long silence. Then his hand reached out. She pulled him up. It was messy, awkward. She almost fell twice. He grabbed the bars. She grabbed him. They were close, too close. She could feel his breathing. Neither of them moved. You're a terrible physical therapist, he muttered. And you're a terrible patient. We match. He almost smiled. Almost. From the doorway, tiny pajama feet. Sue stood there, rubbing her eyes. Are you guys dancing? Destiny laughed. Yes, baby, Daddy's learning to dance. Ji-hoon looked at her. Something shifted between them. Not a joke, not banter. Something quiet. Something real.
Ji-hun's mother arrived on a Tuesday. No warning, no phone call, just a black car pulling up and a woman stepping out like she owned the oxygen in the atmosphere. Mrs. Kim was 73 years old with the posture of a queen and the face of someone who had never laughed at a joke in her life. Destiny was coming down the stairs when she saw her. Who are you? Destiny smiled. I'm Destiny, the nanny. Mrs. Kim looked her up and down, slowly, then said with zero expression, Destiny? Interesting name. Did your mother know something we don't? Destiny blinked. Did this old lady just... Was that a joke? A read? She couldn't tell. The woman's face gave nothing. Ji-hun wheeled into the foyer. Mom, you didn't call. Calling is for strangers. I am your mother. I appear. She walked past Destiny like she was a lamp, kissed Ji-hun on both cheeks, then looked back at Destiny's earrings. Those are very large. Do they help you fly? Destiny smiled. No, ma'am, but they help me hear haters from a distance. Mrs. Kim's eyebrow raised, just slightly. Quick tongue, dangerous trait. I like it. Wait, did she just give a compliment? Destiny's brain was malfunctioning. At dinner, Mrs. Kim inspected everything. The food, the plates, the way Sue held her chopsticks. Your posture is terrible, she told Sue. Sue straightened. Destiny says confidence is more important than posture. Destiny is wrong. Destiny coughed. Destiny is right here. I know, I have eyes. They still work, unlike my son's legs. The table went silent. Ji-hun's jaw tightened. Destiny's mouth fell open. Then Mrs. Kim took a sip of tea. What, too soon? It's been 2 years. I thought we could joke. Mom. Fine, too soon. Noted. This woman was unhinged. Destiny had found her match. Sue laughed. Grandma's funny. Thank you. Someone appreciates me. Destiny squinted. Ma'am, are you being funny on purpose? I am Korean. Our humor is pain, wrapped in silence. Keep up. After dinner, Mrs. Kim cornered Destiny in the hallway. You have changed my son. Destiny braced herself. Ma'am, I can explain. You laugh now. He didn't laugh for 2 years. I called every week. Nothing. You arrive with your loud earrings and suddenly he laughs. Silence. That was not a compliment. That was an observation. Don't let it inflate your head. Your earrings are already doing that. She walked away. Destiny stood there, confused, insulted, respected? She had no idea. But one thing was clear. This family was absolutely insane, and she fit right in.
The email came on a Thursday. Destiny stared at her phone for 17 minutes. She counted. 17 minutes of just staring. Congratulations, Miss Brooks. Your scholarship application has been approved. Full funding, housing included. Program begins in 3 weeks. Location, London. 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 The thing she had applied for 8 months ago. Before the mansion, before Sue, before Ji-hoon and his wheelchair and his neck tattoo and his stupid, handsome face that she definitely did not think about at night. This was her dream, the thing that would change her entire life, the reason she had struggled through graduate school with $11 and prayers. And now it was here, and she wanted to throw her phone into the fountain. She didn't tell anyone, not at first, but secrets don't survive in this house. Mrs. Kim found out first, because of course she did. "You are leaving." Destiny jumped. "Ma'am, do you just appear? Do you make sounds when you walk?" "I am Korean. We move in silence. Answer the question." I don't know yet." Mrs. Kim studied her. "You have an opportunity, a big one, and you're hesitating. Why?" Destiny didn't answer. She didn't have an answer. Sue found out next. Destiny didn't tell her. The child just knew, like a tiny psychic with pigtails. "You're being weird again." "I'm always weird." "You're sad weird. Are you leaving?" Destiny's chest hurt. "I don't know, baby." "But you can't leave. You're part of the family now. Grandma said so." "Grandma said what?" "She said you're annoying but useful. That's Grandma's love language." Destiny laughed, but it came out broken. Ji-hoon found out last. He didn't ask questions. He just looked at her across the dinner table with those dark eyes and said, "When were you going to tell me?" "I just found out." "London. How do you know these things? Does this family have spies?" "Yes, but that's not the point." He wheeled closer, stopped in front of her. "What do you want, Miss Brooks?" "I don't know." "Yes, you do." "No, I don't. I've been broke my whole life. This scholarship could change everything. But... She looked at him, at Sue, at Mrs. Kim pretending not to listen from the doorway. "I don't know if I can leave." Silence. Long silence. Ji-hoon's voice came out quiet. "I can't tell you to stay. That wouldn't be fair. But this house was empty before you, and I don't know what it becomes if you leave." The room was quiet. Sue grabbed Destiny's hand. Mrs. Kim looked away, suspiciously glassy eyes. And Destiny? Destiny had the hardest decision of her life sitting in front of her. Stay and choose the family that chose her, or leave and choose the future she'd been fighting for her entire life. She looked at the screen, at you, and said, "What would you do?"